or Nick Carter and the mystery of the vampire killings.
Mr. Carter! Mr. Carter! I've got to talk to you. Something has happened.
To you?
Well, yes. No. Well, that is, it did and it didn't.
Well, it might be better if you were to tell me just what it was that did or didn't happen to you.
Okay. Well, it was like this, sir. 4 of us, Betty Graham, Gertrude Chase, Dora Mason, and myself were playing tennis in the park this afternoon. We played a few sets, and then, about 6:30, we started home. But just as we got to the park gate, Dora suddenly discovered that she'd left her racket in the court. I offered to go get it for her, but she started after it herself. The rest of us sat down on the bench to wait for her. After about 10 minutes, Gertrude suddenly got up, said something about going to meet Dora, and then started up the same path as Dora had done. Betty and I sat on the bench talking and waiting for them, until suddenly we began to realize it was getting quite dark. All at once, Betty said what was on my mind.
I don't like this, Phil. The tennis court is only about 5 minutes' walk from here. They should have been back before this.
Yes, I know. I was thinking the same thing.
What do you suppose could be keeping them?
I don't know.
Don't you think we'd better walk up that way and see what's happened to them?
Nothing's happened to them, Betty. But well, if you want to walk up and meet them, why, okay.
I'd rather do that than keep sitting here.
Well, come on, then. But I'll bet we meet them before we get to the court.
But I judge from the way you tell it that you didn't find them.
No, Mr. Carter, we didn't. When we got to the court, it was deserted. We called and called, but we got no answer. Then suddenly Betty saw something.
Phil, look.
What is it, Betty?
Look, there on the grass behind you.
Oh, that's Dora's tennis racket. I know those colored strings. But that means that she never came back here at all.
But where could she have...
Betty, didn't Dora have a rose in her hair?
Why, yes. She picked it up on the path just before she left us. I remember watching her tie a knot on the stem so she could put one of her hairpins through it to hold it in her hair. Why?
Here, by the end of the net. A rose.
You're right. And it's got a knot in the stem, too.
And look, Betty, it's been stepped on.
Phil! I'm afraid. Let's get out of here. Something happened. I'm afraid.
She started running across the grass toward the nearest gate.
Weren't you scared, too?
Well, yes, some. But I caught up with her and quieted her down a little.
And you didn't see anything of the girls you were looking for?
Well, by this time it was too dark to see much of anything. Betty took me by the arm and we made for the nearest gate. We weren't running, but we weren't lingering either.
Oh, maybe you just imagined...
Wait a minute, I just haven't finished. Before we got to the road leading to the gate, we had to go through a patch of thick woods. I'd gone that way before, so I didn't think much about it. But Betty was still pretty scared.
It's dark here, Phil. I can hardly see anything. Let's hurry. I want to get out of here.
If we try to go any faster, we may fall over something. Just take it easy and keep going. And we'll...
Well, Phil, what did happen?
That's just the point, Nick. I don't know. When I regained consciousness, a couple of minutes later, one of the park guards was bending over me, and another was trying to bring Betty back to her senses.
And you have no idea what actually did happen?
No, Nick. No idea at all. Except that a lot of creatures seemed to drop down on us from out of the trees.
You say creatures. Why do you use that word?
Why, well, that word seems just to be about the only word to use.
You couldn't see them at all?
No. It was so dark. I could only see that there were a lot of dark forms around me. The thought flashed through my mind that we'd been attacked by a band of boy robbers.
And they didn't say anything? No exclamations or anything?
No, Nick. Nothing. Not a word. The only sounds I remember are a sort of hissing. It sounded like a lot of snakes. Then I got a blow on the back of my neck and it knocked me senseless.
What happened to Betty?
She'd been doped. She said something had been put over her nose. Something that felt like a piece of burlap and smelled sweet. Then she lost consciousness. After the guards brought her to, I took her home and left her there. As far as I know, she was unharmed, except that, well, she was almost hysterical.
What about the other girls? The ones who played tennis with you? Did they turn up later?
No. I called both of them on the phone, but neither of them were home. And they hadn't been home since they were out with us.
Then our first job was to tell the girls' parents what we can. and get their permission to take charge of the investigation. Then, we'll start our investigating in the park.
Everything here looks so different at night, Mr. Carter.
I'd much rather not have to make this examination by night, Phil. But I don't dare wait until morning. Might be too late.
Well, there's the tennis court right ahead, Mr. Carter. And here's the tennis racket, right where we left it.
Don't go any further. I want to see what I can find on the ground in the way of marks or prints. Yes. Pretty obvious that a number of barefooted persons have been tramping on the grass here.
Barefooted?
Yes. I found one pretty clear impression of a complete foot. Looks about the size of a 10-year-old boy. Yes, there are lots of prints here.
Do you think they could be the prints
Bill.
of...
Come here.
What is it? Have you found...
Take it easy, Bill. Take it easy. Look here.
Dora Mason. Is she...
Yes, Bill. She's dead.
Poor Dora. Why, she almost looks as if she were asleep, doesn't she?
Yes. Except for that peculiar alabaster whiteness of her skin. Almost as if there wasn't a drop of blood left in her body.
How was she killed, Mr. Carter?
I don't know. The only mark I can find on her is a tiny round hole in her neck. A couple of inches below her ear. Well, it's pretty late, but I guess he'll forgive us when he knows why we've come.
He may be in bed by now.
I'm sorry if he is, but I can't let it go until tomorrow. I must find out tonight.
Yeah? Oh, hello, Phil. What's up?
This is Mr. Carter, Ed. He wants to hear the story about you and Ethel, how you were attacked in the park last week.
Are you trying to kid me?
No, Ed, we're quite serious. Phil and the girl who was with him were attacked in the same way this evening. The girl was killed.
What? Who was she?
Dora Mason.
Dora? Gee, that's tough. Well, come in, won't you?
Sure. Ed, we're afraid Gertrude Chase has been killed, too.
Hey, what is this, a gang war?
Did you think it was gangsters who attacked you, Ed?
No, I didn't know what they were. They might have been small men or they might have been boys.
How many were there?
I should say maybe a dozen. I don't know. I couldn't see them. They seemed to drop down out of the trees. They were so quiet I thought maybe they weren't human.
Not human? How do you mean?
The only noise I heard was a sort of hissing.
When you were fighting them, did you hit any of them?
Sure, lots of them.
What did they feel like?
They were small, not very strong, and they weren't dressed in regular clothes. I don't know what they had on, but it wasn't our kind of clothes.
What did they do to you?
They swarmed all over us. We both yelled for help, and then they put a piece of burlap over my face, which covered my eyes and nose. It smelled funny, made me dizzy. Then they knocked me out.
How about the girl?
Grabbed hold of her and put the same kind of cloth over her face. She said hers had a strange odor, sort of like oranges. It made her unconscious. But it didn't last long. Some park guards heard us, and the things disappeared as they came up.
Were either of you hurt?
I wasn't, but Ethel, the girl who was with me, was wounded in the throat.
Hear that, Mr. Carter?
Easy, easy. Ed, what was the wound?
There was a little hole in her neck, about 2.5 inches below her ear. And this is the thing that wounded her.
Good boy, Ed. Now we're getting somewhere. May I keep this?
Well, of course, Mr. Carter. Does it help you?
It does indeed. This is our first real step forward.
And you say that Moran still had the thing that made the hole in her neck?
Yes, Patsy. It was a wicked little instrument. Scubby took it up to one of the medical supply houses to see if they could tell us anything about it.
Well, what did it look like, Nick?
Well, it's about 3.5 inches long, I should say. About half that distance is the size of a lead pencil. Then it tapers down to a needle point. But just before you reach the point, there's a small swelling, like a little bulb, about 1/4 inch long.
Well, what's the idea of that?
If I'm not mistaken, once the point of this instrument has been stuck in the flesh, the little bulb holds it there, so it won't come loose. You know, something like the barb in a spear. In fact, that's how Moran happened to have this one. after he and his girlfriend had been attacked by these things, they found this still hanging, flesh of her neck. Through the center of this needle is a hole, about the size of a hair at one end and slightly larger at the other.
What is this gadget used for, Nick? Injecting something into the blood?
No, Patsy, I don't think so. I feel sure it was used for taking something out.
Well, did you see that early this morning the police found the body of the other girl who was with Phil yesterday?
Yes, I know. And she died exactly the same way Dora did. Patsy, the thing that puzzles me about this whole thing is this. The killers don't act like human beings, and yet they must be.
Nick, this couldn't be a sort of repetition of Edgar Allan Poe's story, Murders in the Rue Morgue.
No, Patsy. There are no monkeys or apes in this. The killers must be human beings. Unless what, Patsy?
Well, there's one very obvious idea suggested by the fact that each body had a hole in the throat, and that each body was practically drained of blood.
That's true. Particularly as there was no blood found on the ground near the bodies.
That's just what I mean. It certainly suggests... I mean, you can't help thinking of... well...
Vampires? Isn't that what you mean?
Well, yes. Of course I don't...
Patsy, what is a vampire? Actually.
Why, it's a sort of huge bat which kills its victims by sucking the blood from their throats.
Mm-hmm. Have they ever been known to attack men?
I don't think so, except in stories.
Could a bat leave footprints like a 10-year-old boy?
Of course not. Bats have claws.
Well,
I know it's silly, Nick. I don't believe in them. I know there are no such things. It's just that...
I know, Patsy. It's just that it looks so very much like what we've heard about vampires that it's an easy, if impossible solution.
But, Nick, these girls were murdered, so there must be an answer.
Of course, Patsy, of course. But I refuse to believe in the supernatural. I feel sure the answer must be that somewhere there exists a sect or creed that uses human blood in its rituals, religious or otherwise.
You think the blood is the answer, not the killing?
I do. I feel certain, Patsy, that these girls were not, in the strict sense of the word, murdered.
Not murdered?
No, Patsy. They died because, for some reason, the blood was drawn out of their bodies.
Is this the patch of woods where Phil Morgan and his girlfriend were attacked last night, Nick?
Yes, Cubby. And I think this is probably the best place for the test.
Oh, gee, this is dangerous business, Nick. Letting yourself be used as bait for these creatures. Suppose they get the best of you.
Well, that's a chance I'm taking, Scubby. I had a long talk with my friend Ray Shipman Anders yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, he's an explorer and scientist who's been all over the world. Probably knows more about the peoples of the earth than anyone else. But he can't tell me the answer to this puzzle. He agrees with me that I'm on the right track.
Oh, I don't like it, Nick. Even if these are human beings, they can still be fiends. Oh, but if you say you're going to do it, I know better than to waste my breath arguing.
Thanks, Scubby. Now, you'll help me get ready for the test?
Oh, sure. Sure, what do I do?
Well, first I'll set this camp chair up here in the center of this little space in the trees.
Yeah.
Now, I'll hold the lights when you sort out those rooms you have. I find there are 12 lassos. I want you to lay them on the ground around this camp chair so that the whole space is covered with them.
Oh, you mean so that nobody can come near the chair without stepping in one of the lassos? Oh, I get you. Yeah. Like this?
That's right, Scubby.
Yeah.
Then bring the free end of each rope here to the chair.
Okay.
I'll tie them together and then tie them to my wrist. Then I can tighten them all at once with one pull when the time comes.
Hey, this was quite a stunt, Nick.
But from what the young people told me, these creatures are weak enough so I should be able to hold several of them without difficulty.
There we are. That what you want, Nick?
Yes, that's fine, Scubby. Now, I'll sit in the chair, hold the ends of the ropes like this, there. Now, if you'll take this bag of cornmeal,
Yeah.
sprinkle it all around this space, over the ropes and everything, then I'll be all set.
Okay, Nick. Hey, what's this cornmeal for?
I hope to get some footprints. And it may also serve as a trail that we can follow afterwards.
Oh, I wish I were sure you were going to be safe. I don't like this whole business.
Well, neither do I. But it has to be done. This is the only way I can see to do it.
There. Had enough cornmeal spread around, Nick?
Yeah, fine, Scubby. All right, I'm all set.
Now remember, Nick, I'm going to be just outside the woods with a couple of Riley's men. One shout out of you and we'll come a-running.
Fine, Scubby. I hope I won't need you, but I'm glad to know you're there. Well, so long for now.
Well, so long, Nick. I hope you come out of this okay.
I will, don't worry. Sure, bad as I sound. Oh, come on, you're coming. Let's get this over. After Scubby left me, I waited a while. Nothing happened. I waited some more. Still nothing happened. Then I heard some funny noises overhead. Suddenly a swarm of somethings dropped on top of me out of the trees. I tried to fight them off. In spite of the fact that they were weak, there were so many of them I could scarcely move. I tried to catch one of them, but I couldn't seem to get my hands on anything.
Gosh, what a feeling that must have been.
Yes, I should say so. I felt a piece of that burlap over my face and smelled a strange, sickish sweet odor like oranges. I felt dizzy almost at once. Then something hit me in the back of the neck, and that's all I know.
Did you see anything, Scubby?
No, Patsy. After I left Nick, I waited for a few minutes. Then I heard those queer noises. So I dashed in to find out what was going on.
And what did you find?
Well, Nick was flat on his back, burlap over his face, footprints all over the cornmeal, and nothing else in sight.
Did you try to follow any of the prints?
Oh, no, they were all over the place. They seemed to go in all directions. Would have been hopeless to try to follow them.
So that the net result of the evening's expedition was just exactly nothing. A fine thing. Nicholas Carter's office? Oh, yes, Lieutenant. What? How long ago? All right, I'll tell him. Yes, thanks. Goodbye.
Who was it, Patsy?
That was Lieutenant Riley, Nick. He said that they just found a third girl in the park, murdered in the same way as the others. The same hole in the side of the neck and no blood left in the body.
Now I know I'm right. These creatures don't want any blood except from women or girls. They won't touch men. That's why they did nothing to me after getting me completely at their mercy last night. Well, I'll try it again tonight. But with a different setup.
How different, Nick?
I'll dress myself as a woman.
Oh, that's silly, Nick. If they want women's blood, they'll know fast enough you're no woman.
And besides, there's another reason why you shouldn't do it yourself.
What's that?
Well, you acted as your own decoy last night. You were so busy defending yourself that you didn't have a chance to do anything about catching one.
Yes, I know that's true. But there's no other way to do it, Scubby.
There is one other way, Nick. A much better way.
What's that, Patsy?
Use me for bait.
Nothing doing, Patsy. You think I'm going to risk your life?
You risked your own life. I'm no better than you are.
Well, that's different. No, Patsy, I won't let you. That's final.
It's not final, Nick. 3 girls have been killed already, and 2 others attacked. If I can help put an end to these killings by serving as bait for these awful things, I want to do it.
But, Patsy, you...
No, Nick. No buts about it. I want to do it.
Patsy,
Nick, you've just got to say yes. I'm serious. You and Scubby can stand by to protect me, as well as to catch one of these creatures.
Gosh, Nick, looks as if you got yourself a decoy, whether you want it or not.
If the lives of other girls can be saved, it's worthwhile for me to do it.
All right, Patsy. If that's the way you feel about it, I'll use you.
Thanks, Nick. Now, what are the plans?
That's going to require some real thought. So let's put our heads together right now. Any mistake this time would be fatal. Fasten 6 traps to each of the 4 stakes with this heavy wire. That'll keep them from dragging the traps away once they're caught in them.
Well, won't the traps break their legs, Nick?
No, Patsy, I think not. They're just about strong enough to clamp firmly on their ankles and keep them from getting loose without breaking any bones.
Okay.
And with the 24 traps in a double circle around you, one of them's bound to get something.
How far away are you and Scubby going to be?
Right at the edge of these woods, Patsy, only about 100 feet away.
You don't think our being here will scare them off, do you, Nick?
Well, you being around where I was last night didn't keep them away, did it?
No, it didn't.
know, I don't think they're afraid of anything. They take what they want when they want it. And I'm going to be close enough so that I can reach Patsy and nothing flat when the time comes.
There. Well, that takes care of all the traps, Nick. Now, anything else?
No, I guess that's all. I will just have to wait.
Nick,
Yes, Patsy?
there's just one thing that scares me a little.
Listen, Patsy, if you'd rather not...
No, Nick, no. Listen, what if one of those things should get that piece of burlap over my face before I could scream and let you know that they're here? How would you know I needed help?
I've already thought of that, Patsy. And here's what I want you to do. As soon as we leave you, start talking quietly to yourself. Recite poems, tell yourself stories, anything you want. But don't stop talking no matter what silly things you may have to say. Then, if for any reason at all we do hear you stop talking, we'll come rushing in after you. And that way, silence will be a signal that can't fail.
Oh, Nick, you're wonderful. I might have known you'd have an answer. I feel better already.
Anything else, Patsy? Anything at all?
No, Nick. I'll be all right. The center of a circle of traps.
I've got one of the watchman's big electric lanterns with me. The instant we hear you scream or hear you stop talking, we'll turn the light on.
Okay, Nick. You leaving now?
Yes. Yes, we'll be going now. Good luck, Patsy.
So long, kid. Have fun.
So long. I hope it will be fun.
Better start talking, Patsy.
Okay, Nick. Well, this is it. The sun that brief December day rose cheerless over hills of gray, and darkly circling gave at noon a sadder light than waiting moon.
I had it made so it covers her neck, her back, and her chest. I'm sure it's excellent protection. Now I wonder how much longer the poor kid will have to keep this up.
She's been going for almost an hour now. She's recited Paul Revere's Ride 10 times.
Yes. If we don't get some action pretty soon, now I'll begin to get... Come on, Bobby, quick! Turn the light on! Come on, hurry up!
Hey, you can see them! They're little men!
Hurry, Patsy, hold on, Patsy.
Nick, she's down!
Yes, but the little men are leaving. They're running away.
Oh, Patsy! Patsy, how do you feel?
Patsy, get the dear. Are you all right, Patsy? Are you all right?
I think so, Nick. Just dizzy, that's all.
Good. Take care of us, Gubby. We've got two of those creatures in our traps.
Are they dead, Nick? They look so.
No, they're just unconscious. The treatment was too rough for them, maybe.
Well, what are they? Can you tell?
They look like little men. That's all I can tell now. Some sort of pygmies, obviously. Members of one of the yellow Asiatic races, I should say. Well, Patsy, what you've done has solved the case. How do you feel now?
All right, I guess.
Well, then let's get back to the office. We'll phone my scientist friend to meet us there. Between us, we ought to be able to find out what this is all about.
You feeling all right now, Patsy?
Yes, Gubby. Oh, I still get the shivers when I think of all those little hands clutching me all over.
Mr. Anders and Nick getting anywhere?
I don't know. We've been in the inner office there with those two creatures for almost an hour now.
And Anders talk their language, Patsy?
More or less. Nick says they speak a dialect that is some variation of an East Asiatic tongue. Anders knows one that is close enough so that he can talk to them. So they can talk.
Anytime. Except when they're hunting.
Well, Nick, what's it all about?
Did you get anything out of them, Nick?
Well, it turns out that they're not men, but women. Women who belong to some tribe on the outskirts of China. They call themselves Tuks. There are 100 tribes in those deserts we know nothing about. This tribe of Tuk must be one of them.
Oh, did you find out why they killed those girls?
Well, Mr. Anders here knows more about that than I do.
Well, it seems that in the Tuk tribe, according to the tribal laws, when a woman's husband dies, she has to kill herself to provide him with female companionship in whatever heaven he goes to. Now, the only way she can avoid this is to draw the blood from a female animal and sacrifice it to her husband. This he'll accept instead of her. And it must be done within 6 months after his death. But these women, being here in the city, couldn't get any animals, so they had to use these girls instead. As far as they were concerned, it made no difference. Any female animal would do for them. There were several widows in the group, and the end of 6 months' time was drawing near, so they had to work fast. They didn't want to hurt the girls, but they had to have the blood for the sacrifice.
But what are they doing here in this country if they come from somewhere over in East Asia?
They say that John Bailey, an explorer, made up a band of 10 men and 20 women and took them on a world tour, doing their native dances and their native costumes, and chanting their weird little songs and rituals while he lectured about them. Since the war started, he's been touring the United States, playing in theaters, nightclubs, anywhere else they could book them. They've been at some nightclub way uptown for the past 2 weeks, they say.
Is there any way we can stop any further killings?
Yes, indeed. We'll round them all up and turn them over to the federal authorities for detention until they can be deported back to their own land. They're too dangerous to be allowed to run loose in a civilized country.
Nick and I think we owe you a debt of gratitude, Miss Bowen, for what you've done.
It was nothing. I was glad to do it.
Well, the women and children who want to use the park wouldn't call it nothing, Betsy.
But I didn't do it for them, Nick. I did it for you.
This has been another of the strange adventures of Nick Carter, Master Detective, which are brought to you regularly at the same time by WOR Mutual. What's your story going to be about next week, Nick?
Instead of a preview of next week's story, I want to talk seriously for a moment about a problem that confronts every owner and driver of an automobile today. A gasoline black market. At the present time, there simply is not enough gasoline available to supply the needs of our armed forces and the unlimited wants of civilians as well. Gasoline is more and more necessary in prosecuting this war. Gasoline and its byproducts for every branch of our ever-increasing armed forces must be filled first. And gasoline rationing is the American way of seeing that each of us gets his fair share of that limited supply which remains after war needs have been satisfied. But gasoline rationing can be made to work only if you and I, and every one of our fellow Americans, follows the rules and plays fair. The rules are very simple and they're very easy. 1, write the license number of your car in ink on each of your gas coupons. 2, never buy gasoline without giving up the proper amount of gas coupons. And 3, never buy or accept gas coupons that are not rightfully yours. The black market on gasoline thrives on people who think it's smart to get more than their fair share, even at the expense of their neighbors. So play fair with your fellow citizens by playing square with gasoline rationing. When you get more than your share, someone else has to go without.
In the strange adventure you have just heard, Nick Carter was impersonated by Lon Clark, Patsy by Helen Choate, Scubby by John Kane. Original music was played by Lou White. The entire production was written and directed by Jock McGregor. Next week at the same time, listen to another curious experience of Nick Carter entitled
Murder Takes Time. Or Nick Carter and the Mystery of the Old Clock.
This story is a copyrighted feature of Street and Smith Publications, Incorporated. The Return of Nick Carter is produced in the studios of WOR and is broadcast over most of these stations every Saturday evening at 7 o'clock Eastern War Time. This is Mutual. Time. This is Mutual. Time. This is Mutual. Time. This is Mutual.
Time now for Rocky Jordan. Not far from the Mosque Sultan Hassan in Cairo stands the Cafe Tambourine, run by Rocky Jordan. The Cafe Tambourine, crowded with forgotten men, alive with the babble of many languages. For this is Cairo, where modern adventure and intrigue unfold against the backdrop of antiquity. Tonight's story, The Big Ditch.
Maybe there's a reason why I happened to settle down in Cairo. Maybe because it's on a great river like the Mississippi that flows down past St. Louis. Only the Nile's somehow different. Egypt lives by its rise and fall. And when it starts to run low in summer, the spirits of the people seem to go down with it. That includes me. And the best thing to give me a lift is to see an old friend. Even a guy like Matt Gallagher. I'd had a big Saturday night in the Tambourine, and along about 11 in the morning, I got the receipts out of the safe and sat down to the front table where I could be under a fan while counting up. I was just finished when there was a knock at the door. I shoved the money bag onto the counter. As I threw the latch on the door, I saw his face through the window. It hadn't changed much in 5 years, except for a few new scars picked up in some waterfront brawls. He barged in like a big battered freighter riding out a storm.
Rocky, me boy, the saints be praised.
Well, what wind blew you in, Matt?
A good wind it was, lad, for the sight of you again. Let's see now, where was it? Calcutta, Frisco, Singapore?
Oh, don't make me remember.
If you're thinking of the set to, we had a Sultan's daughter in Istanbul. We rode it out, didn't we, lad?
Sure. By the way, how much money did I loan you to get out of town?
Yeah, bygones, Rocky, bygones. Come now, set me up with a nip, will you?
Sure, just add it to your bill.
Yeah, that's an idea. Bring around the bottle, me lad. We'll be drinking to all times.
Just leave a little to the cash customs.
Never worry, me lad, never worry. One day you'll be marking my account paid in full. And plenty to boot.
Well, I won't hold my breath till then.
Rocky, to the tubes. That calls for it.
Just one more. Who'll do this time?
I got an answer to that, lad. Francie Bayard. As lovely a lady as ever set her dainty feet on the streets of Cairo. Who? Up with it now, Rocky. You won't be insulting the lady.
Who's Francie? Not a new girlfriend.
Aye, sir. There'll never be another. With eyes as blue as the lakes of Killarney.
You never learn, do you, Matt?
Ah, Rocky, I know what you're thinking. But never again. This is the real thing.
Now tell me, when did a girl ever come into your life that wasn't trouble?
Lad, I won't have you saying that about Francie. She ain't like the others.
Sure, okay. You say Baby Blue Eyes is here in Cairo?
At the Shadrach Hotel, pining her heart out for me at this very minute. Oh, there's nobody like her, me lad.
You got it bad again.
Aye. We'll be settling down if all goes well. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay. How much?
Well, the fact of the matter is this, that I will be needing a little money.
I wondered when you'd get around to it.
But you don't understand, lad. I'm cutting you in.
On what?
Rocky, how would you like to own the Suez Canal?
Great.
How about it, lad? The Suez.
Sure. Put it right alongside the Brooklyn Bridge.
You think I'm lying to you?
No more than usual.
But I'm telling you, Rocky.
Look, Matt, this is a touch, and we both know it.
It's nothing to the kind.
You only show up once every 4 or 5 years, but every time I end up with less money. Now, come on, how much do you want?
Now, that's more like it, man. 150 pounds, let's swing it.
I don't know I'm doing this, but I'll let you have 20.
Only 20 pounds? But the deal, lad.
You're lucky I had a good night.
I tell you, it ain't a touch now, Rocky.
All right, call it a wedding present, then. Here. Well, you want it or not?
I'll take it. But are you...
There's a phone in my office. I'll be right back.
I'll be waiting, Rocky. You can later that.
It was a call asking for a contribution to the Home for Indigent Goat Herders. Oh, I brushed it off, naturally, and went back front. First thing I noticed was that Gallagher was gone. Second, he'd taken the bottle from the table with him. That's when I made for the money bag behind the bar. Oh, it was there, and so were a few loose piastres, but that was all. I yanked the front door open, but the street was deserted. Matt Gallagher had made a smoother getaway than the super chief. A little figuring told me that along with the 20 I'd given him, he'd gotten off with a total of 150 Egyptian pounds, which comes to exactly 600 good round American dollars. Well, that's what you get for helping a guy. I don't like being suckered, so I didn't tell anybody, just waited around. He didn't turn up among the other 1.5 million people around Cairo, so I decided he'd lit out for places unknown. I was sure of it after a couple of weeks went by, but I still hadn't cooled off. Then I got a call from Captain Sam Sabaya.
Jordan, is it possible that you know a man named Matt
Gallagher.
Sure I know him, Sam, and I'm looking for him.
Indeed. For what purpose?
I'm going to dig 150 pounds out of his hide that he owes me.
I fear you will have trouble collecting, Jordan.
Yeah? Why?
Come to the morgue and you will see. Matt Gallagher is on a slab.
Well, you can't stay sore at a guy on a slab. I wanted it over with and forgotten, so I caught the first cab that came along for headquarters. Sam was waiting for me and led me downstairs to the morgue, where he drew back one of the sheets.
Gunshots, as you can see, Jordan.
Where'd you find him, Sam?
Lying in some out-of-the-way ruins near the old Babylon Roman fortress in the old part of the city. He had been dead for several days.
How'd you happen to call me?
A match pack from the Cafe Tambourine was in his pocket. There was the small chance you might have seen him there.
I've known Gallagher off and on for a long time.
When did you see him last?
A couple of Sundays ago at my cafe. He borrowed a pocket full of money while I wasn't looking.
And you did not report this to me, Jordan?
Oh, it was a personal affair.
Personal affair indeed. Too often you take matters into your own hands, but someday you will learn.
Sure. What else was in his pocket, Sam?
There was no money, if that is what you mean.
What about identification?
Oh, this passport and seaman's card. You may see them if you like.
Thanks.
Also a few other personal articles, if you care to look at them.
No, I've seen enough.
Now, Jordan, if there is anything more you can tell me about this man...
Nothing at all, Sam. He's all yours.
Very well. But, Jordan, give it some thought. I intend that this murder be disposed of very quickly.
I could feel Sam's eyes on the back of my head as I went out. He generally figures I'm holding something back. This time he was right. To begin with, I'd never seen that man on the slab before. It wasn't Matt Gallagher at all. Besides, Gallagher was a seaman. This was a fair-skinned man with soft hands that had never done a lick of rough work in his life. Now, I wondered if Sam had noticed that. Well, I had a hunch now that Gallagher was still kicking around Cairo with my 150 pounds, and I wanted first crack at him. What he had to do with the murder and the switch in identity was anybody's guess. Looking in on Matt's girlfriend at the Shadrach Hotel was one thing I'd avoided up to now, but this is where I had to see her. It turned out she was sharing a suite with somebody, so I got the room number and went on up. The door was opened by a friendly-looking little guy with a mustache and his gray hair parted in the middle.
Yes. What can I do for you?
I'd like to see Francie Bion. Name's Jordan.
Oh, of course. Please come in.
Thanks.
Who is it, Uncle Julius?
It's Mr. Jordan, Francie.
Oh. So you're Rocky Jordan.
That's right. Matt Gallagher mentioned my name?
Yes. Bosom pals, he said. A big oaf.
Yeah.
Francie, perhaps Mr. Jordan will be able to tell us...
Give him time, Uncle dear.
Oh, yes, of course, my dear.
Well?
I'm looking for Gallagher. Where is he?
I haven't seen him for weeks. What's your guess?
Well, from what he told me, you ought to know everything about him.
What did he tell you?
Oh, something about you and him settling down. Real cozy.
Fine chance. He'd better show up in a hurry, that's all I gotta say.
What's he up to, Francie?
He's up to his gills in Irish whiskey, if you ask me.
What else?
Oh, I don't know. He's been acting crazy for the last month. A lot of wild talk. Brother, what he wasn't gonna do for me. Buy me minks and sables and yachts.
Did he say what with?
Who cares? It makes sense. What do you want with him?
150 pounds, due and payable.
Did he steal it from you?
Well, he didn't exactly sign a promissory note.
Francie, my dear, this is just as I told you. I expressly do not approve of that man for you.
We've been all over that, Uncle Julius.
But a girl of your culture and refinement, I cannot understand what you see in a person like that.
Then stop trying.
Where do I look for him, Francie?
You might take a swim in the Suez Canal. He says he's going to buy it.
Gallagher told you that, too, huh?
That's what he's telling everybody. And the more he talks, the crazier he gets. All he needs is a little dough to swing it, he says. Then it's big times for us. Can you beat that guy?
Well, let me know when he shows up, will you?
Better be in a hurry. We're washing out of this town plenty quick.
Okay, thanks.
Don't mention it.
Oh, Mr. Jordan. Mr. Jordan.
Yeah, Julius?
About this robbery. Have you mentioned it to the police?
Not yet. Why?
Well, it's for Francie's sake. She's such a sensitive child.
Well, don't worry, Julius. What I've got to settle with Matt Gallagher is between just him and me. I finally shook Uncle Julius from my lapels, got out of the Shadrach Hotel, and back to my tambourine. As I walked into the cafe, Chris flagged me down from behind the bar and handed over a package wrapped in old dirty paper.
It's for you, Rocky.
Oh, what is it?
I don't know. Messenger said he was supposed to give it to you personal. Only got tired waiting.
And did he say who it was from?
Yeah, Matt Gallagher.
Gallagher? Let's have a look.
It ain't wrapped up so good.
I'm interested in what's inside.
Oh, careful. It's coming apart.
Oh, here. Help me here, will you, Chris?
Yeah. Great jumping Jehoshaphat, Rocky. What's that?
The bundle had come apart in my hands, and a lot of strange-looking pieces of paper lay scattered all around me. While Chris was getting them together, I picked one up and had a look. Like all the rest, it was old-looking and yellow, with everything written in French. At the top, in real fancy lettering, it read, Compagnie Universelle du Canal Maritime de Suez. I began scrambling through the others, and they were all the same, except for a different serial number. I didn't need to know much French to realize that these were shares of stock. Yeah? From where I stood, I, Rocky Jordan, now owned part of the Suez Canal.
You are listening to The Big Ditch, an adventure with Rocky Jordan. You'll find mystery to your heart's content on CBS. Fine yarns woven by some of radio's top mystery writers. But you can also vary the fare with music and comedy. Here's a comedy you won't want to miss. Monday night on CBS Radio Theater, Mickey Rooney stars in Merton of the Movies, a satire on the movie-making industry. Remember, CBS Radio Theater tomorrow, Monday night at 6. Now we return you to Cairo and tonight's adventure with Rocky Jordan, The Big Ditch.
What would you do if somebody sent you a whole stack of shares in the Suez Canal? Paper the wall with them or ask a few questions first? Well, my curiosity got the best of me, too, so I wrapped up the bundle again and headed for the Cairo Securities Exchange. I didn't expect to find the answer there to why a murdered man was found with Matt Gallagher's identification on him, or why Gallagher had sent the shares to me. That was something else. I finally got to the right man at the exchange, gave him my name, opened up the bundle on his desk, and waited for him to start laughing.
Yes, Mr. Jordan?
Well, what about these things?
Compagnie Universelle de Suez. I say, Mr. Jordan.
Yeah?
This is most remarkable. You're bringing such valuable securities in this fashion.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, tell me they're the real thing.
Authentic in every detail. I've seen many of these. The man is indeed fortunate to possess Suez Canal shares.
But what are they doing here?
I beg pardon?
I mean, doesn't the Suez belong to a government? France or England?
Oh, a common error, Mr. Jordan. True, the British Crown owns 7/16 of the Suez Canal. Thanks, of course, to the brilliant statesmanship of Disraeli when he purchased them from the Khedive of Egypt.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Great man, Disraeli. A credit to the empire, Mr. Jordan.
Look, getting back to these shares.
Oh, quite. Carried away, you know. Sorry.
Are you trying to tell me that private individuals can own shares in the Suez Canal?
Most assuredly. Many people are fortunate to own stock in the Suez. The fact of it is, thousands of shares have been lost through the years. The company is nearing its century mark, you know.
Well, how much are they worth?
They sold originally for £250 a share. They now run as high as £20,000.
Each?
Yes, you have 200 shares here. It's possible that dividends have accumulated. All in all, these are worth, in your currency, approximately $16 million. May I ask where you got them?
I bought them for £150.
Oh, I say, Mr. Jordan, you're pulling my leg.
No, I wouldn't dare.
Now, of course, these must be transferred to your name.
Oh, yeah, sure, but some other time.
You mean you're taking them with you in this manner?
Yeah. Thanks for everything.
But why?
I've decided to get my money back. I put the bundle inside my coat and came out of there with a great education on the Suez Canal. Enough to know that there was a sweet setup for a neat little racket. Only it gets too big when a man's murdered and the stuff's planted on me. And right then I knew I had to find Gallagher and shove the whole bundle down his throat. It was already evening, and I moved along the street, not noticing the beggars or anything else, till a little native water salesman started getting under my feet.
Effendi, I have the pure fine water for you. Water like crystal.
All right, move along. Him, she.
Oh, but it is not of the Nile, Effendi. My water is from the hidden springs of the desert. 1 piastre is all.
Alayatik. What's good now?
2 centimes, then. Only for you.
No water. Him, she.
Mr. Jordan.
Where'd you learn the name?
This concerns another matter. The Afranki would be wise to listen.
All right, get it out.
Mr. Jordan, there are certain people with money. They will bargain well.
What people? What do they want?
I cannot tell you who they are, but they are interested in certain pieces of paper.
Well, you tell certain people that certain pieces of paper aren't for sale. Get it?
Alwa Effendi.
You know where Matt Gallagher is?
The name I do not know.
Yeah. This helps.
But perhaps there is another who can help you.
Who?
The Street of Many Knives, up the hill past the rug weaver's hut.
I'll need more than that.
I have the water.
Hey, wait a minute.
Very pure water, like fine crystal water.
I could have followed the water cellar, but already night was setting in and I had another errand. It took a lot of asking around and some strange looks, but I was finally in the Street of Many Knives. Nothing more than a passageway that winds up through the desolate native quarter to the east. It's a place a foreigner doesn't go around even in daylight, much less at night. And I could guess how it got its name. The wild dogs were out, but they'd found something else and didn't bother with me. Just before the street ended at a hill, I found the rug weaver's hut and the door just beyond. There was no light, but I knocked. I thought I heard a quick movement inside. Knocked again. I tried the knob. It was locked. I put my shoulder against the door, and one shove was all it took. The lock snapped, and I was inside just as a hulking figure lunged from the shadows. He had powerful arms around me, and we went down. My knees came up, and we went on over. And then I was on top with my hand in his face. And that and the smell of Irish whiskey cut it short. Matt.
Rocky, lad, I didn't know. How'd you find me?
Oh, we'll skip that. Now, let's light it here.
There's a candle on the corner table. But do you have to light it now, lad?
Why not?
Rocky, boy, am I glad to see you?
You won't be, Matt. Not till you hand over my money.
No, Rocky, lad, go easy on me. I've been in for a rough time.
Why the hideout?
I'll admit it to you, Rocky. I'm scared.
Of what, the police?
Not exactly. But I'm in a bit of trouble.
Why not run to Francie? She's getting out of Carol.
Well, I tell you that. I'm giving her up. Francie's too good for the likes of me. Anyhow, I've learned my lesson, Rocky. There's been a big strike north of Johannesburg. I'm going there to dig for gold. Come on with me now.
Start clearing it up, Matt. What about the guy down in the morgue?
In the morgue?
You know he's dead. He was carrying your seaman's card and your passport.
Sure, I know. But you don't think I killed him, lad. You couldn't think that. I value life too much.
Spit it out, Gallagher. Who was he?
Walter Logan. He used to work for the Suez Company in Paris.
You get all those shares from him?
Right, me boy. He offered a quick sale for £150.
They'd be worth thousands. Why a price like that?
Now, Rocky, you know I don't bother with trifles. Ask a lot of embarrassing questions.
Go on.
We had a little rendezvous and I bought the shares. I left him. I wasn't more than a block away and I heard the gunshots. I ran back and found him dead.
See anybody else around?
No, Rocky. But I knew people would be accusing me. They always make things tough and poor Matt Gallagher.
Come on. Why the switch?
Well, I had to think fast. If they thought I was dead, they wouldn't be looking for me. So I put my stuff in his pockets.
Why send the shares to me?
That was all it, Rocky. Anyhow, I was sort of hot and I knew you'd take care of it.
Yeah. All that over a stack of worthless paper.
Worthless? What do you mean, Rocky?
A lot of Suez shares have been lost. Nobody knows what happened to them. You say Logan worked for the company in Paris. He could have found out the serial numbers of the missing shares, made up some to match the real ones.
Counterfeit?
Sure. He turns up with a bunch of lost shares, and if he's lucky, no one's the wiser. Only he wasn't so lucky.
What now, then, lad? I still want my 150 pounds. But, Rocky, I'd give it to you if I had it. Hold it, hold it. Maybe I heard, or maybe I just felt it, but I knew there was somebody at the door. As I opened it, a barefoot native ducked away. I was after him fast, and just as I was on him, he whirled and faced me.
Mr. Jordan.
All right, what is it now, Buster? You don't sell water around here.
No, it concerns the other matter, Effendi.
Ready to tell me who sent you?
I cannot. But about these certain pieces of paper, my master offers you 5,000 pounds.
Is that all?
Oh, but Mr. Jordan, he is prepared to go higher, possibly 6,000 or 7,000 pounds.
I'll go the other way.
The other way?
Yeah. Tell your master he can have the pieces of paper for 150 pounds.
You will give them to me?
Not on your life. I'll deliver them in person. Where'll I meet your master?
At the ruins of the Minya Tower in Old Cairo. There you will not be disturbed.
I'll be there at 11 o'clock. The little water cellar vanished in thin air, and I was back dragging Gallagher into the street and down the hill. I figured as long as he'd started this thing for me, he could be in at the finish. He complained like a dyspeptic camel all the way, but I finally got him with me to the tambourine, and there I put in a quick call to Sabaya.
What are you trying to say to me, Jordan?
I told you, the guy you have in the morgue isn't Matt Gallagher.
But you saw him yourself. Why did you not tell me?
You didn't ask me, Sam.
I didn't. You, of all the incredible... Then who is this man?
His name's Walter Logan.
Jordan, listen to me. You have completely upset my investigation. You have come dangerously...
Sam, do you want to find Gallagher or not?
Indeed I do.
Then put on your snowshoes and mush on out to the Minya Tower in Old Cairo.
Jordan, you will first explain this to me, Jordan.
See you there, Sam. Gallagher heard every word of the conversation, and he was crying real tears as I tucked the pieces of paper under my arm and shoved him into a taxi out front. Between him and the lazy taxi driver, I had myself a time as we rolled south into Old Cairo. Finally, we drove through what once, centuries ago, was the gate to the Roman fortress called Babylon. A little farther on, the cabbie pulled up, and he wouldn't go an inch farther for all the fish in the Nile. So we walked it from there. In another quarter hour, we were nearing the crumbling Minya Tower, surrounded by ruins. Just a few minutes before 11. A full moon was out now, almost white against the ancient sandstone walls. It was quite a sight, but Gallagher wasn't impressed. Rocky, I don't like it at all. We're early. There's nobody here. It's right there that Walter Logan was killed, don't you see? Yeah. Somebody might repeat themselves. Look, Rocky, this is not for me. Let's get out of here. I'm sorry to get you into this, lad. But I'll make it up if it takes the rest of my life. Might not be long enough, man. Oh, Rocky, me boy, that's exactly what I mean. Shadows. We'll wait here. Matt dug for a corner and we waited. Not more than 3 or 4 minutes. Then we heard footsteps along the passageway from the way we'd come. Whoever it was kept in the shadows on the far side. The steps were confident, with no trace of hesitation. They passed. Then the figure stepped out into the moonlight beneath the tower. Francie!
Ned, what are you doing?
He came with me, Francie. Gallagher's in on the deal.
All right, let's get it over with.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all.
When that muddled head of yours ever understand anything?
All this time you...
Yes, playing you for a sucker.
Francie, darling. Oh, no.
Let Rocky explain it. He's the smart one.
Later. Your little water boy mentioned an offer for certain pieces of paper.
5,000 pounds. Why did you make it 150?
I'm satisfied.
Do you have them?
Yeah.
All right, give them to me.
Just keep it honest, Blue Eyes.
Here's your money. Now hand them over.
They're all yours.
Thanks.
Now we'll get a few things straight.
Skip it, Rocky. Come on out, Julius.
Yes. I'll take over now, Francie.
Julius. It's Uncle Julius. I've been wanting... Careful, Matt. That gun in his hand. He'll use it.
Quite right, Mr. Jordan.
Oh, I'm getting it now. I should have known why you didn't like me, Uncle Julius. Always come between Francie and me. What's bothering you, Julius? Matt and I know too much. You've still got a lot of phony shares to sell.
You could quite well interfere with our plans. So I'm going to kill you.
Just like you did Walter Logan.
Yes.
He fixed you up with his stuff. Why drop it?
He was a little man. Our Mets frightened him. Began trying to dump the shares at quick prices. There was no telling what he would do next. I had to kill him.
That leaves just you and Francie. Great team.
I give her full credit. she who masterminded our plan?
It ain't true. It ain't true at all. I'll not have you saying that about Francie.
Shut up, you stupid ox.
You fostered it, but you never liked me. And I don't like you either, Joe.
Matt, keep back.
You'll be poisoning her mind against me no more.
Stop, you fool, stop!
You or nobody can stop Matt Garrick.
Matt stopped two slugs head on and kept walking in. Then his big gnarled hands were on the man's neck and dragged him back. Julius had no more chance than a day-old kitten. All at once there was a snap and he dropped like a wet bar rag. Matt stood over him for a full second and then he piled on top. Francie was suddenly wild and running, and I didn't follow because just then I saw Sam Sabaya and a couple of his men coming up to meet her. Yeah, there was a lot of talk and explaining for a while. Then Uncle Julius was wheeled off to the morgue, Matt Gallagher to the hospital, and Francie off to a cell. Sam kept the package. About an hour later, he and I were resting at a table in my Cafe Tambourine.
Jordan, you make very good coffee.
Sounds that way, Sam.
You should confine your activities to just such things as this.
Oh, I'm willing. But when a poor sucker like Gallagher comes around, what are you going to do?
It is possible there will not be another time.
Takes but a couple of slugs to knock out a guy like him. What Francie did to him will hurt him worse.
Perhaps. By the way, Jordan, I'm wondering now what I should do about you.
Me? What for?
You are guilty of selling counterfeit shares for £150.
I think it's about time you looked in that package, Sam.
What do you mean?
My deal with Francie was for certain pieces of paper. That's just what she got. All torn out of the Cairo Gazette.
It's CBS at this same time next week for another story of adventure and intrigue when we take you back to Cairo and the Cafe Tambourine, run by Rocky Jordan. Rocky Jordan, written by Larry Roman and Gomer Cool, stars Jack Moyles in the title role, and is produced and directed by Cliff Howell, with original music by Richard Arant. Larry Thor speaking. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Ladies and gentlemen, we take you now by transcription behind the scenes of a police headquarters in a great American city, where under the cold, glaring lights will pass before us the innocent, the vagrant, the thief, the murderer. This is the lineup.
Mr. Ketchum?
Yeah, I'm Mr. Ketchum.
Lieutenant Guthrie.
Glad to meet you.
Any trouble finding the place?
Oh, no. I booked here once for being drunk. A year ago last Christmas it was. I know the place all right. Ain't changed at all. Too much disinfectant. Smell it everywhere. Think you got him, huh?
I don't know for sure.
And the license number I gave you. I was right, wasn't I?
We'll see. Want a smoke?
Oh, thanks.
May I have your attention, please?
Get it?
People out there, the other side of the wire in the audience room, may I have your attention, please? Thank you. My name is Cogger, Sergeant Pete Cogger. I'll explain the lineup to you. Each of the suspects you will see will be numbered. I'll call out the number, their name, and charge. If you have any questions or identifications, please remember the number assigned to the prisoner as I call his name. At the end of each line, when I ask for questions or identifications, call out the number. If you're sure or not too sure of the suspect, have him held. Questions I ask these suspects are merely to get a natural tone of voice, so do not pay too much attention to their answers as they often lie. All right, bring on the line. All the way to the end of the stage, boy. That's it. Now turn and face the front. Eyes straight ahead. Talk up in a good loud voice so the people in the back of this room can hear you. Number 1, Gerald Bannock, assault. Up to the center. Where do you live, Gerald?
3756 Mariposa Street.
What's your profession?
I drive a truck. I'm a trucker.
Don't look at me. Look out there. Any weapons on you when you were picked up?
No.
You own a car?
Yeah.
What make? A Bay, sedan, what?
47 Packard black sedan.
What's the matter with your ear?
It got cut.
How?
In a fight, somebody clouded me with an ashtray.
You taking good care of you, Gerald?
Oh, sure.
All right, slide on down. Number 2, Robert Prey, burglary. Robert Prey.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on, hustle it up. Where do you live, Robert?
Ashland Avenue. It's 913, I think.
Haven't you lived there very long?
No, I just slept there the one night. It's a hotel, sort of.
Where'd you come from?
Topeka, Kansas.
What kind of work do you do?
Painter. Sometimes I do carpentry.
Any weapons?
Oh, yes, gun, revolver.
What's the caliber and make? Come on, Robert.
Well, you make me kind of nervous. I'm just trying to think. It's,
38?
Yeah.
Smith & Wesson?
Uh-huh.
Well, is it chrome or blue steel? Can you remember that?
Blue steel.
Thank you.
Well, you're welcome, sir.
Go on, move. Number 3, Edward Franklin, open charge. Give us your address, Edward.
213 West 18th Avenue.
Your business?
Construction work. I do steel work mostly.
How long you been in town?
Just a week, 10 days maybe.
You own a car?
Yeah, 46 Buick Cedarnet. It's maroon, but it's back in Pittsburgh. I haven't got it here.
Any weapons on you when you were picked up?
No, nothing like that.
What's your weight?
238.
Get back against the wall there.
I'm 6'3 and a half.
Just against the wall, huh?
Lieutenant? Yeah.
Okay.
The big boy standing right there on the stage.
Yeah,
Sure. You sure?
Mind taking them off?
Sergeant Carger.
Yes, sir.
Number 3, hold for interrogation. And, tell us what you were doing out at the quarry last night.
What was I doing? You know what I was doing out there, Lieutenant.
Tell us again.
I rented a car to take a look at this town. I thought I might like to work around here, so I just drove around yesterday, that's all. I happened to turn the car around when I got out by the quarry.
That was about 8 o'clock, was it?
No, it was almost 10, you know that.
Where'd you drive?
Oh, just around, all over.
Do you remember any of the other streets you were on?
No, not by name. One of them, a lot of drive-in theaters along the way.
Uh-huh. You rented the